Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to take some food coloring and see about dyeing some paper. I'm going to do some blue and some red and some black. So stick around and see how that turns out. If you're new here and you enjoy paper crafting and junk journaling, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any content. Now you'll see for the blue, I used a gel-based food coloring, and I just am mixing it with vinegar and getting it really kind of mixed really well. Then I have this black color spray food coloring, and I have all of this white cardstock that I'm going to try to dye. And I have these paper little doilies to do as well. And I'm also going to make some red. So I'm just going to pour some vinegar into this little spray bottle, and no measurements, I'm just eyeballing everything. And then I'm going to pull some red out of it. Okay, if I can hold it, if I can hold on to it, I'm going to put some red, just a few drops into this bottle as well, and then I will shake it up really good. I wanted to do a blue and red together because I want to try to make a purple. I don't really care for just the red. So first I'm going to take the black spray food coloring, and it's a little windy outside. But that's okay, make it work. So I'm just going to spray the whole page with this black, kind of looks like a spray paint effect on here. And then I'm going to turn it over and do the other side. And this board that I'm spraying it on actually has kind of a wax finish on this side so that nothing will stick. But that actually is just making the food coloring, the dye, just stay on the top of the board. So here I'm spraying some blue just all over the place, and I'm going to put some red on top of it to try and make a purple, which it mostly makes kind of a purple hue. It's still a lot lighter than I was hoping for, so I'm going to put some more blue down. And that does darken it up just a little bit. It's still a lot lighter than what I was hoping for, but it's better. So this page, I'm just gonna smear it all over and try to get some of this black off of the board that I'm using here. And I kind of like how that is on the paper, but I'm gonna go ahead and spray some more food coloring on it to try to get those white spots not as white. So a lot of repeat of this. Let's see kind of how this process goes with the spray and rub technique. So I'm going to do a few more pages here, and they all turn out a little bit different. So let's check that out. Just on a little note here, this doily didn't make it. I rubbed it a little bit too hard and ripped it in half. This doily did make it, and I actually really like how it ended up turning out. You'll be able to see that at the end. Now I thought for this, since there was a doily shape, in the middle of this. Let's see how it looks if I just blot. And I love that. Kind of most of the doily pattern in there, but this crease kind of going through part of the side. It really gives a lot of depth and personality to this page. So for this page, I thought, let me put a doily down and then spray over it. And then I'll have the full pattern, in theory, if the wind will cooperate with me. Well, I'd call that success. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of this up, and I didn't think any were dark enough, so I'm going to take some of that gel food coloring and just put it straight onto the paper. No dilution, just squiggly line of sticky, gooey food coloring. Ugh. So I'm just kind of painting it, sort of. Like I said, it's really sticky, and so it doesn't smear like paint, but it does smear. So I'm just gonna cover this as best I can. And in hindsight, at this stage, probably if I would have spritzed it with the blue food coloring again, this would have smeared a lot easier. But sometimes when you're in the crafting moment, you just can't see the light. And so you proceed down the path of hard crafts. And things don't work out, but you learn. So after actually a whole day of drying, this paper still would leave food coloring, and it was kind of sticky. So I thought, okay, I'm going to spray it with just a clear coat of Mod Podge, and that'll kind of seal it. But I didn't want to be too heavy with the sealer because I still wanted the paper to be paper and movable and not just one giant thing of like gluedness. So the other page that's in there, about, I don't know, 6 hours through drying time, and it was still sticky, I decided to take one of the other papers and stick it on top and peel it off to see how much was coming off, and that's how much came off. So here we are after about 6 hours of the Mod Podge drying, and the blue still comes off of both pages. So that's a fail. Don't do this. I don't recommend it. Boo. Boo-hoo. But here's the pages and how they turned out. I like this black, the way it kind of does have that kind of fuzzy cloud feel, but it's a gray. It's definitely not black, and this pinky purpley is too light. So I'm a little disappointed in how they are. They're still pretty, but not what I was going to use them for. If you like this video, go ahead and give it that thumbs up. And stick around, hit that playlist over there. You can check out more videos on my channel. Or, maybe share this with your friends so they can see some weird kind of crafting with paper as well. Until I see you next time, thanks for watching Tefl's Treasures.